Good afternoon. I'm here today to announce the appointment of David Weiss as a special counsel, consistent with the Department of Justice regulations governing such matters. In keeping with those regulations, I have today notified the designated members of each House of Congress of the appointment. In a July 2023 letter to Congress, Mr. Weiss said that he had not to that point requested special counsel designation. On Tuesday of this week, Mr. Weiss advised me that in his judgment, his investigation had reached a stage at which he should continue his work as a special counsel, and he asked to be so appointed. Upon considering his request, as well as the extraordinary circumstances relating to this matter, I have concluded that it is in the public interest to appoint him as special counsel.
So yes, announced earlier today, we have another special counsel, for once not investigating Donald Trump. This is David Weiss, who's going to now, as special counsel, continue overseeing this investigation into Hunter Biden, which obviously from the point of view of the right wing is good news. They've been asking for this, which is why they're all very, very happy today. So good news for them. Not everyone is so happy about this, because while this could be seen as like sort of one arm of the Biden administration showing that, we're gonna take this Hunter Biden thing totally seriously, fully investigate it, all of that stuff. 1 hour before that announcement, spokesman for the White House, Ian Sams, dropped an extremely strongly worded memo, 1,100 words attacking the probe. It was titled, 1 year since Comer vowed credibility, how's that going? Which has strong like senior thesis vibes. But anyway, so he attacks James Comer, who Sam says has told big lies and small ones, has quote, stooped to new lows from allowing explicit images to be displayed at a congressional hearing, that was of course Marjorie Greene, to lamenting that President Biden's deceased son, Beau Biden, wasn't prosecuted while he was still alive, which is insane. He's also quote, hidden evidence from the public and the committee minority, ignores when witnesses have contradicted his false allegations, and still insists that an individual who has been indicted for arms trafficking and working as a Chinese agent has the credibility to serve as a witness in his probe. So look, that's a good sort of summary of some of what has been so ridiculous about this investigation so far and Comer's own personal, just humiliating behavior. There's a lot more, we can't go through all of it, but we do have a special counsel now, whether Ian Sams or anyone else likes it or not. We've got that, so what do you think? How is the political world gonna react to this?
Okay, so first of all, I'm sure the Republicans are thrilled. They've been asking for the special counsel for so long. Wait, I'm getting word in that nope, as usual, they're crying and crying hysterically. They're sobbing on every outlet as we speak right now. How could they do a special counsel for? You guys, I remember you asking thousands of times for a special. In fact, half the Republicans didn't even get the memo. Chuck Grassley's like, all right, finally a special counsel. They're like, no, Chuck, no. Chuck, this is all for politics. We don't have any evidence. Right. What are you doing? Right. We were just kidding about the special counsel. Now that we have one, it's a new opportunity to cry. Remember, Republican strategy only has 2 parts. One is cry, the other is lie. So we just cry and lie, cry and lie, cry and lie. Chuck, okay, so look, why are they mad? And remember, John just read you the statement from the White House. So the White House is mad, and James Comer investigating Hunter Biden is mad. Why are they both mad? Because the White House is like, this is a load of BS. You're about to charge him with like the 2 weakest charges in America. A gun charge, which is like, oh, you didn't fill out the right permit or had a typo or something in it, which every Republican in the country would be livid if they were charged with. God, yeah. Or if Trump was charged with that charge, they'd be, what is the deep state, right? And then like some tiny tax charge. By the way, I'm happy with both those charges, more than the Republicans. Like, hey, if you have a violation of some gun laws or some tax laws, have at it, Hoss, prosecute them, right? But if you did that to a Republican, if you did it to Trump, I mean, the tax evasion that Trump has done compared to Hunter Biden is about 1,000-fold. And when you charge Trump with that, like as they are in New York, partly evading taxes and wrong business dealings, they're like, Donald Trump can evade all the taxes in the world. Did Hunter Biden evade taxes for $5? Go get him! But now with this special counsel. All right, so finally, let me tell you why the Republicans are pretending to be upset now. So they're saying, oh, we were just about to call in Hunter Biden and Joe Biden and Weiss, this prosecutor, into our made up hearings. I mean, very important hearings, which we presented no evidence. And I mean, a lot of insinuations / where there's smoke, there's fire, except there's no fire, it's just our smoke. We were gonna have them in, but now because he's a special counsel, we can't have them testify. And this is all a smoke screen, if you will, by the Biden team to have his own son prosecuted. Okay, if you say so, Franny.
I don't know what to make of this. I mean, in part, I go to like the NPR brain that sort of says special counsel, it must be as bad as Donald Trump trying to overturn the election and keep classified documents. You know, in sort of the broad American mindset, it puts, two ridiculously small charges on equal footing with massive charges, right? Really important ones. So there's a little bit of that, and I don't know if I'm getting like James Comey flashback vibes from Merrick Garland, as he feels like he's potentially doing this to appease Republicans who you've just laid out very, I think, astutely, do not care, will not care. There's nothing that Merrick Garland could do to help them, right? I mean, in fact, if anything, this makes it even more partisan because it's a special counsel appointed by Merrick Garland, who was appointed by Joe Biden, who works for Joe Biden or supposedly, right? It's like, so I don't know how to make political heads or tails of it, but it just feels like, well, let's just keep it going, just like her emails.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah. I'll say one last quick thing about it. Merrick Garland, if there's a nuclear holocaust, he should definitely be the one to announce it, because no one will panic. He delivers things in such a dry, boring way that he was like, "Oh, nuclear holocaust coming up. We're all likely going to die." Everybody be like, "Oh, it's no big deal." Okay, and they think this is like the super tough guy villain who's like picking sides. He wouldn't pick sides if his life depended on it. He's like, I don't know. Okay, let's prosecute them both. I mean, evidence. I don't know. I don't want to make a decision. And that's why he's waited so long on. And they're like, okay, last thing. They say special counsel, that we hate that he appointed one, even though we wanted one. So why do you hate it? Maybe potentially the timing, as we just explained. But he waited too long. But he also waited too long on prosecuting Donald Trump, and you guys love that, right? We were like, the left was like, prosecute him already, prosecute him, right? And America was like, I don't know. So, like, make up your mind. Did you want Merrick Garland to prosecute everyone right away, or wait until this time? So, but nope, they always want to have their cake and eat it too. Merrick Garland should have gone quicker or not at all on, Donald Trump, but he should have waited till after the election, or waited till after the election for Donald Trump. But Hunter Biden had to happen at the exact right window that they wanted, because this would have been too early and this would have been too late, and this is the area where they wouldn't have cried at all. I don't believe you. No matter when Merrick Garland did a special counsel for Hunter Biden, 98% of Republican politicians would have cried.
Yeah. As we leave this segment, just a hypothetical question to the conservatives in the audience. So is this election interference? They're doing a special counsel of a member of the family of the leading Democratic candidate. I mean, he's way ahead of any other Democrats. This seems like election interference to me.
And he's the current president, right as we head into, I mean, my God, the trial could happen right around Super Tuesday, okay? So obviously election interference, because you agreed to it a second ago when it was about Donald Trump, right? In fact, you screamed your heads off about it a second ago. But when it's Hunter Biden, not only do you not think it's election interference, but you think that he should have gotten what, 2 special counsels, 8 special counsels? It's hard to keep up with what your tiers are about, right? Like you have this incredible entitlement complex, and victimhood complex. You're always the victims, and you're always entitled to be above the law, and everybody else should be under your feet, okay? So, but make up your mind on what you want to cry about. I don't think it's too much to ask about.
They're Karen tears, Cenk. They're motivated by privilege and they make no sense. It's just Karen tears, okay? She'll figure out what she's crying about once the cops arrive. But I think that is a brilliant point about, yeah, is this election interference? And I just have one note, because the White House was mad. That was a very mad statement. You want to see them get mad when it comes to like income inequality and climate change. But no, mad when they're defending, obviously, Hunter Biden. So I think it would have been fun just to have them, instead of that statement, just like cut and paste Trump's bleats and just be like, election interference. You know, the way they did with Marjorie Greene's, FDR. Or no, Lyndon B. Johnson speech.
Yeah.
Do that.
Deranged David Weiss.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.